I loved Reby when she was just Giants girl, and now her career has exploded and blossomed into this movie, this huge star. Again, on Playboy.com this week. So let's welcome her in from New York City, the very beautiful Reby Sky. Reby, how are you?
Oh, good after that intro. I'm glad you gave me that good one because it's going to be hard to follow Corbin over there.
All of it is true, though. I mean, way before you were Miss Howard Stern and in Playboy, you were gracing the internet as Giants girl, and that's where you started to gain a lot of your popularity. Is that right?
Yeah, and to this day, actually, that's where the majority of people recognize me from. It's not the Stern Show. It's not, MTV. It's just the Giants girl gimmick.
You know what's funny is my dad and I have gone to Giant games for 25 years, and the guy that sat to my right from Livingston, New Jersey, had about 4 teeth, and the guy that sat to my left from Queens, used to eat egg sandwiches, drink vodka, and had horrible body odor at 9 o'clock in the morning. Where the hell were you, Reby?
Well, I have a little bit in common with that second guy. I got him on the from Queens part and the vodka part. That's about it, though.
But and I've heard you getting quizzed on Howard Stern show before by Gary and the rest of the guys about your knowledge about the Giants because, again, you are a Giants girl. You admit you're a diehard Giant fan. You show up at Giant Stadium looking gorgeous. How would you rate your Giant knowledge? 1 to 10. 1 to 10.
Oh, boy. Well, they put me against Artie Lang, who's just an insane fan and obviously has quite a few years on me. 1 to 10, I guess I would say like a 6 or 7. I am a fan, but I'm still kind of young, and I'm not a historian, I do as much as I can.
Well, listen, Artie is a big-time Giants fan. We love Artie, of course. I went through a horrible personal tragedy a couple of months ago, but he is a diehard Giant fan. Give me this, then, Reby, and this I'm only going to ask you one question just to prove to my audience that you're not just another beautiful face. Give me 2 quarterbacks who played in the Super Bowl for the Giants.
Phil Simms and Eli Manning.
There you go. What is your first memory of a Giant game? Did you start going with your father or something? Like, how'd you become this crazy Giant fan?
Oh, gosh. I guess my first memory would be just watching it on TV. Growing up, I went to Catholic school. I didn't have all that many friends, and there were more guys in my class than girls, and I just wanted to fit in. And all the guys would come back from school, Mondays after the weekends. Oh, we went to the game. We saw this. We saw that. So I just wanted to fit in, just started watching football on TV when I was little. My parents actually have no interest in the sport whatsoever, and my brother's actually a Cowboys fan, believe it or not.
Well, that's horrible.
So we've got some pretty tense Thanksgivings at home.
Yeah. Now, you said you went to Catholic school, and I'm sure you've been asked this a million times before. Is it true?
You're a smart ass.
That's great.
No comment.
No comment. Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Have you ever dated a famous Giant football player? Or if not dated them, if you had the opportunity to date a famous Giant football player, who would it be?
Oh, gosh. I kind of purposely stay away from dating anybody on the team just because that's what everybody assumes that I'm after.
Right.
I did go out on one date with somebody on the team, not a starter, but it was just a friendly thing, and we didn't have a second date because it just wasn't there.
There was no second date because you didn't like him or because he had to like you? So
it just did. Yeah, we were just better as friends.
Could I try to guess the guy?
Sure.
Give me the position, and I'll give you 3 guesses.
Oh, God.
What position?
I can't. Oh, yes, no way.
If you give me the position, I'll get it, right?
Yeah, you will.
Let me ask you this. Are you okay with black guys?
Yes.
How to be Brandon Jacobs? I don't know.
I'm not going to answer. I'm not going to answer.
That's the first name that came to mind. I have no idea. All right. So we know you're. So when people go online, before we get to the Playboy stuff and the Howard Stern stuff and all that, if they type in Google the beautiful Reby Sky, if they type in Giants girl, it'll go right to a picture of you. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Now tell me this. You were in Playboy in 2007, but they have stuff online, Playboy.com. I've seen the pictures. They're gorgeous. Tell me about this latest success story.
Oh, thanks. Well, right now I'm the Playboy Cyber Girl of the Week, which is pretty cool.
Cyber Girl of the Week.
Gallery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a gallery on Playboy.com, and then starting August 2nd, people can go on the website and vote for me to be of the month. And then I'll be able to shoot videos and 4 more pictorials, I think. So.
And are you very happy with the way the Playboy.com shoot came out? Are you happy with that?
Yeah, there's only like one picture that I'm not thrilled about, but I'm pretty happy with them. Yeah.
What picture are you? Because I know women are like that. Like, oh, my ass looks terrible. My boobs are bigger than they look. My face looks a little weird. What was the picture that has you upset?
You know what? It wasn't even like a revealing picture. It was one of the ones in the beginning of the set. I just don't like how my nose looks big.
No, you know. Okay, well, the guys will deal with that. The nose is fine. Now you have to dispel another rumor. I've talked to everybody from Holly to Kendra. I've had them all on, but there's still this rumor out there that to end up in Playboy magazine, you have to have sex with Hugh Hefner. Everybody says no, but guys don't believe it. Can you dispel that rumor right now?
It's absolutely untrue. Even for Playmates, it's not like a prerequisite.
But if given the opportunity, I mean, and again, this is not disrespectful because he's one of the most famous guys in history. It's almost like asking a guy if he wants to sleep with the president's daughter. Given the opportunity, would you want to sleep with Hugh Hefner?
Sure, yeah. Who wouldn't want to say they did? Come on. I wouldn't say that with anybody else, but come on, dude.
That's great. Sure, what the hell? All right. That's funny. I like that. Now, tell me this. How did Howard Stern find out about you? Gary, I guess, found you. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I mean, it was through a Monday Night Football party that I was hosting last year, and they recognized me as Giants Girl, oddly enough, and said, oh, it'd be cool if, you did the Of the Month thing. And I was thinking, all right, that might be fun, go up to the studio, do a little interview. And then I ended up, getting the vote for Miss Howard Stern of the Year,
right,
which was such a shock.
That's a big deal, yeah. Well, I thought you deserved it. But yet, when I looked at your website, Reb, and I've been on it for a couple of years now, there's a picture of you in a black leather jacket standing with Howard Stern that had to be way before you ended up on the Howard Stern show.
You know what? You're right. I was friends with Andy Dick, and it was right after they did the Andy Dick roast on television. He went on the show, and we had gone out the night before just out of our minds and showed up at Stern Studio at 5 a.m.
Oh my God! You look so good in that picture. You didn't look like you had a rough night the night before. Now,
man, I needed sleep.
Really? Now, here's a better question. Andy Dick, that guy's crazy. I mean, he's had some issues. But when you say you're friends with Andy Dick, I mean, I've been to rehab twice, and I did cocaine for about 25 years. But I would imagine hanging out with Andy Dick, you got to want to kill yourself at some point, no?
It's you got to be on your toes. That's all I can say.
Be on your toes. Oh, God. Do you still see him now? Because I know he's had some issues as of late.
No, I haven't seen him in a few years. Pretty much since that picture was taken. Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually a complete mess. Now tell me about some aspirations beyond what you've already been very successful. The internet presence, the Giant Girl, and Playboy relationship, Howard Stern relationship. Reby, I see for you, I see some role in a sitcom one day, doing some television, maybe even some movie work. Have you started to inch towards something like that?
I'm sort of working towards that right now. I'm actually the host for MTV2's new show. It's a wrestling show. It's called Lucha Libre USA Masked Warriors.
Oh,
and
cool.
I call the matches, and I do backstage interviews and backstage hosting.
Cool.
So that's pretty fun to do.
All right. Well, where are you right now? It seems kind of noisy in the background. Where are you?
Oh, I'm actually on my way to an appearance. So I'm in an airport in Houston. I just got off the plane.
Those people in Texas are crazy. Watch out. That place is filled with steakhouses and strip joints.
And I'm laying low tonight.
Will you come down to Florida at some point and say hello to my staff and maybe even go to a Dolphin game with us?
I would totally love to.
Okay.
I had to even go to that stadium, and I lived in Florida for 3 years. Isn't that crazy?
You did? Where'd you live in Florida?
I lived in Tampa, and I used to fly every week, every other week, back to New York for the home games for the Giants games.
Oh, my God. That is a devoted fan right there. That is a devoted fan. Well, listen, Reb, I know you got stuff to do here tonight, but we love having you on. We're gonna do some more stuff. We want to get you live in studio. Eventually, we want to get you going on the website as well. But it was great having you on. You're terrific. We love you. So good luck in Houston this weekend, and we'll talk again real soon.
All right. Thank you so much. Love you guys.